And we're live. How you making, Bone Gang? And welcome to another Pelican Bone Outdoors podcast. We're filming live today with Dat Van. What's up, brother?
How's it going, you guys?
So, I had taken a hiatus over the holidays because I had all kind of, family stuff going on, and then I just suck at getting guests. And so I reached out to Dat for the first one, kicking this bad boy off again, and here we are. So,
Let's
Dat,
get it
tell
rolling.
everybody a little bit about yourself, man. What are you doing on
So
this thing?
basically, I'm a kid from Texas. I'm relatively young. I'm in college, and I just happen to make a ton of fishing videos. One day you would catch me fishing a pond. Next thing, I'm going saltwater fishing. So I kind of do the whole 9 yards here in Texas and target almost every single species here in Texas, like big species too, like big fish, not just little guys.
You're
So
in the Houston area, aren't you?
yeah, I'm in the Houston area. I don't really. So I always get that question, like, where are you from in Texas? And I never reveal I'm from Houston because I never want to be known just locally. I want to be known globally, and I don't want my viewers like just to be dependent in Houston. So that's
Right.
what a little thing about me. But yeah, if you find out I'm Houston, I'm in Houston. So it's kind of like if you know, you know. If you don't, it's okay.
Well, not me,
Similar
man. I throw Louisiana out there because that's my identity. I mean, I gotta see the alligator right there, the shrimp boots behind me. That's that's my identity. I couldn't get away from that if I wanted to.
Yeah, it's hard to get away with it, but like I said, I'm never gonna put like a very popular Houston spot or something like that. I
Right.
don't do that at all.
Now
Yeah,
that's one thing I don't do is advertise what spot I'm in. I even try and take landmarks out of it because I don't want, a video is gonna blow up to, however many
dude,
thousands of views, and then the
it's
next day
crazy.
that
It's
spot just
crazy,
got
dude.
fished out.
Dude, like I fish in my backyard a lot. It's like literally the bayou system. Yours is probably you probably call it yours like your blackish water area, right?
Yep.
I fished in my backyard. And I'm just fishing casually, and like a dad and his kid walks up, and he's like, "Hey, are you Dad Van?" I'm like, "Dude, this is my backyard. How'd you find this place? Like, this is literally my backyard. How'd you find this place?" He's like, "Yeah, no, it's called Google Earth," and I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, "Okay, that's wild. Like, how? Like, I like this is super secretive, but it blows you away. Like if you bring a lot of views in, people are gonna find where you fish. It doesn't matter where it is, people are gonna find it.
So I was at a place when I fished that I don't know if you've seen that speckled trout video I just
Uh
recently
huh.
did, and they had that one hole. We had 10 boats around us, seven
I
people
saw
on the
that
bank
video.
next to me, and then like 20 people on the bank behind us. And I mean, dude, the trout were only biting in that one hole. Now, usually in that spot, it happens every winter when it gets real cold, water goes out, temperature drops. Them trout stack up in the deep
Yep.
holes, and you
Yep.
just fish low and slow, and you can get them like that. Well, usually that whole canal has a bunch of deep holes, and you can spread out and get them. Now, the whole canal will be lined up with boats like that, but
Hmm.
this day, for whatever reason, just in that hole. And
Hmm.
some of the guys that lived or have the camps that were in that area was like, "Man, this is going on YouTube." He's like, this place is gonna get full." I'm like, "No, dude." I was like, the landmarks around, the people who already know already know. Everybody else probably isn't gonna figure it out right away, and then by the time they do, the temperature's gonna change, the fish ain't gonna be there anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, still, you'd be surprised, dude. People are crazy, dude. Like, I know guys personally that if they look at a picture, they'll find it. Like, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Devin, you're awesome. You have motivated fish so much more. I'm glad. Keep fishing and yeah, stay in the outdoors. By the way, I love proficiency, dude. It's sadly I don't use proficiency anymore, but I'm glad you like them. Which do you like, MB or Monster Best? Uh, I've used MTB like a couple times. Like I just bought them at the store. I think they got some cool lures in there, but as far as like actual value and like lures that you want to use, I would go MB for sure, Monster Best.
Yeah, I had when I first started out, early on with the YouTube channel, I knew I wanted to work with one of those, subscription boxes. I like the idea of it and everything, and I bought a bunch of them, and, I had gotten MTB. I think MTB is probably the next best one, unless you're gonna go with something like 6 Sense that everything is there baits. Uh,
6 Sense is cool. They got some sick stuff.
but as far as like Monster Bass, they're more intentional with what baits they put in there, and I think Mystery Tackle Box kind of throws a bunch in there. Now they're usually decent baits, but everything in a Monster Bass box works together, so you can mix them up and all that stuff. Get more use out of them.
Yeah, it's I think what Rick's doing, he's trying really hard to get them all like, to work with one another and stuff like that. So yeah, I think he's doing a great job. Why do you not like Proficiency? I don't hate Proficiency. It's just I no longer work with them. At the end of the day, it's business, and I think what they're doing is great. I have no ill will towards them. I just moved a different direction that I just moved in a whole different direction. There's nothing wrong with them. As you can see, I have no crazy reels behind me as I used to. But it's okay. People grow and things change. So for this new year, 2023, I decided to move away from Proficiency. So yeah, keep supporting them. They're cool people. I wish them nothing but the best.
You fish a lot of ponds. You always bank fishing. That's what I see.
Oh, dude,
yeah. Now and then. Y'all got a lot of ponds in your area. I mean, like you can just drive 5 minutes away and hit them all, or you got to drive for those.
Yeah, I'll say something like that, but not all of them are hitting. That's one. Yeah. So like, there's ponds everywhere. It's a lot of. I live in the suburbs, so yeah, a lot of them are either blown out, or you only can catch them at a certain time. You kind of it just depends on every single spot, honestly. But another thing I've been doing a lot recently is hitting my bayou. I didn't realize like how much more of there was that was like fishable, because so here in Texas and Houston especially, like rain is like everywhere. So they've been like converting all of the bayou systems into like tiny little streams so it doesn't flood ever again. And but I thought they just ruined the whole place, but apparently like there's freaking miles and miles and miles of bayou to fish. I mean, you find a deep hole, you fish for like 15 minutes, don't get a bite, you just zoom off in your bike. 50 yards that way, there's another deep hole and like a bridge, So I've been doing a lot of that. It just takes me back to like my childhood, because I used to just skate everywhere and fish these little bayous. That's where like all my big bass have been caught out of. So but other than that, I mean, ponds around me. There's some lakes up north. North is like Dallas, obviously, but then like the coast is like 45 minutes away, the closest coast. So yeah, I need to post like I'm alive.
Where'd you get that big tuna bait from, dude?
Oh, hold on, I gotta show it. Dude, this thing has got me so many views. You've probably seen it.
Yeah, I got watched this.
One of his fins came off, but so you can actually buy this blank online.
Really?
Yeah, it's literally $20.
No.
This blank online is like $20, and it's ridiculous. So you buy the blank alone, and like you got to glue its fins like this, right? And like you slide its tail on. And just me being the content creator I am, I found like a ton of blanks online, and they're all like unpainted and everything like that. But Motivated, like me and John Caro, we got something going on with Motivated and stuff like that. And he paints custom lures. So I'm like, hear me out. You got to paint this tuna lure for me, and I'm going to go make a video with it, and it's going to do really well. Listen to me. And he's like, okay. I sent him like hundreds of dollars worth of like random crazy looking lures. Like there's more coming. But this was probably the craziest one. And he gets the blanket and he just opens the box and he starts dying laughing. How huge this is.
So for you guys, for people who listening on the podcast and not on the live, by the way, if you're listening on podcast and you want to see this thing, you can go to either Dat's channels on Dat Van TV on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all of that. But it's how long is that thing?
It's like 16 or 19.
So it's about a 19-inch tuna swim bait lure, and it weighs what, like 2 pounds?
Yeah, like 2.5 pounds.
This thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a custom painted yellowfin tuna. Like I was really considering getting him to paint me a bonita and like the other different tuna species just to have like the trifecta. But yeah, I love this thing. I mean, I got one on my most viewed YouTube shorts ever is at like 6.6 million with this thing. And the crazy thing is how it went down was like my buddy had a pool and I don't have a pool. So I was like, hey man, can I use your pool? Just hear me out. It's gonna go viral. Just hear me out. And I tell him he don't even know how to he doesn't even fish or anything. But I would tell him, hey, I want to get this shot. I want to show this lure and I'm gonna throw it in your pool. And he's like, all right. We got it done in like 3 takes. Next day, drop the video. Skyrockets. It's crazy. But yeah, I love this thing. I need to glue in another fin, but yeah. Cool lure.
You gotta send me a link to that thing because I ain't gonna lie. When I seen it in your on one of your videos, I went searching for it. I couldn't find it. I'm like, I ended up finding. I just typed in giant lures and that Rapala one keeps coming up, but that thing's like $100.
Yeah, no, this thing was only like $20, 20 or $40, something like that. It was really cheap. I always say, what's the word? This is custom, and you can't get it. I mean, you can, but you're gonna have to paint it. Really
I can paint. I mean, I'll do the painting. I'll go dig my airbrush out. I got an airbrush buried somewhere. I'll dig it out.
This thing is crazy. Do you like Googan? Honestly, man, I think Googan is doing some crazy stuff. I mean, there's no other little fishing company that has a chokehold on the fishing industry like they do. They kill it. Their baits work. I just don't throw them as much. I'm using a lot of the stuff I can get my hands on for free.
They're really good at marketing.
Yeah, they dominate.
I'm just gonna say that.
Hey, back to back. That's one of my buddies. He's a great kid. I love him. So, yeah, cool little lure.
Are you a gear guy?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm a look good, fish good type guy.
Elaborate.
You gotta look good. You gotta have style when you're out in the water, and that's why I got like the combos I got.
I just got the Monster Bass rods. You've seen that, and the only reel I have to match that is I already had a Lose Mock Crush, the orange Mock Crush, and this reel made it through Hurricane Ida. It sat in my shed in salt water and mud for months before I could dig it out, but I cleaned it out. It still works. Makes a little noise every now and then, but it still works. And dude, it's such a satisfying thing when I put it on that rod because the oranges match exactly perfectly. Mm-hmm. The issue is I got one of the spinning rods, and the only spinning reel I had was a green Lose spinning reel, and it is driving me insane. It is driving me insane.
Yeah. No, I remember that story. You told me back in Dallas, but yeah, dude, I gotta match everything. Like, hold on, I would show you if I could. Yeah, I'll show you a couple sticks, but everything's matching, dude. Everything is like black and red, or what's the word? Green and like just all black and white. I mean, everything's color coordinated. Here, let me show you.
What's crazy is I'm not usually like that, but for some reason them rod, it's driving me nuts with those rod and reels.
Yeah, so me and Jeremy are probably the biggest guys to be like that. Jeremy's super what's the word? He's super OCD, and I'm the same way. So here's what I mean. Like, everything's gotta look nice, all black and white. You see that? Blacked out rod.
Yep.
Here's another one. If you know about this reel, old school, consider the best reels of all time. Green, it's like a dark green, and then all blacked out rod. All about looks for me. So, yeah. All about looks. What's your favorite rod and reel? Sorry, go ahead.
Somebody asked you that? Oh, okay. What's your favorite? Yeah, I see. Go ahead.
Man, I got I know this guy personally. Lennon. I got too many fun toys. Probably my favorite. I'll show you my favorite jig rod is right here. I just showed you. It's got 20-pound fluoro, Gomex's handle, and a jig. This is a TFO rod right here. Great little stick. But my saltwater rod, I got this inshore rod. I would grab it, but it's like all the way over there. But I have like 30 sticks in this room. I just all of them are specific, so it just really depends. But I like all my stuff. I'm glad I'm using the reels that I'm using now. So yeah. What about you, Vinny?
Man, as long as it works. I mean, I've had everything, from the cheapest combos to, well, actually, the Mock Crush is the most expensive reel I've ever had, and I got that one on sale. But that one's pretty sweet.
Yeah. No, the Mock Crush is great. I like Lose, but compared to Shimano and Daiwa, it's not even close.
I've never
Do
had
you like
either one.
Abu Garcia? Abu Garcia is cool. I just don't use them that much because in my opinion, why spend like 150 when I can just buy a Shimano that's really nice, in my opinion. So that's the way I see it. But Abus are good. I know guys that use Abu and they love it. I mean, use what you like basically, and what you can afford.
The Black Max or the new Max X or whatever it is from Abu Garcia. That's got to be the best budget combo.
Yeah,
Right
crazy thing is the Black Max. I use that all throughout my teen years, and I mean, I used that thing so hard it turned into a coffee grinder, and there was rust inside the gears because I would dunk it. Fresh water too. It's crazy, right? But that's all I was using. I would toss Ned rigs, wacky rigs, freaking big old worms. I mean, I threw everything on that thing, and that's how I started. So when I do, it's like a lot of people do think I'm a flexy type of guy, but in reality, I'm not. I literally had none of this stuff. And I just, when you work hard, you could get some awesome stuff like this. I'm sure Vinny could tell you, I got all the toys in the world, but yeah, I had nothing. I was using one rod, one reel all throughout my elementary, middle school, high schools when I started getting a couple more combos. Yeah,
man, look, I'll tell you, I don't have any rod and reel sponsors. I'm still Frankenstein and everything. And guess what? As long as I'm fishing,
that's all that matters, dude. That's all that
Ain't
matters.
nothing wrong with an ugly stick. Go to Walmart, get you an ugly stick. And I'm hard on my stuff too, so I might end up having to go to all ugly sticks if these Monster Bass don't hold up to the damage I put on things.
Yeah, no, it's kind of scary because like it sounds ridiculous, but TFO has a $270 rod, right?
Jeez.
And I take that thing to the bayou on my bike. Like that's so overkill. Like why do you ever need that? I got a $200 reel on it, $60 aftermarket handle. It's like $600 just to go fish a bayou. That's ridiculous. But hey, I have it, so I might as well use it, right?
Yep.
I love your motivated lures, and I have a Blue Max. It's awesome. Well, thank you so much. I've sort of made a dent in this wall since I got it, but honestly, it's just so many lures. It's hard to go through. And yeah, I mean, I got a motivated lure on right now. It's the Revelation Crawl. So it's basically let me show you. If you look closely, the bottom is flat, so you can skip this thing as far as you want. That's probably my favorite part about it. Action's great. I've caught some big fish on it already. So yeah, the biggest fish I've caught was a 6. Nothing too big, but biggest fish I caught was a 6 on it. I'll just flip on a drain. So
speaking of biggest fish, that 7-pounder you caught, the picture that you don't like that I use, is that still your PB?
That was not PB. I've caught way bigger. I've got 9s, and I would say a 10, but it's like unofficial. But I'll confidently go with at least a 9. I hate that picture so much because I'm like, dude, you look so fat, Dad. Like, come on, man.
The fish looks fat.
Yeah, the fish looks fat.
That was a fat fish, dude.
Yeah,
was that during the spawn? That had to be a spawn fish.
Yeah, it was. So he swiped on my lure, and I guess I hooked him, and then it came off, and I snagged him when it came off. But yeah, no, that fish was ridiculous. That was one of the craziest size fish I've ever seen. But yeah, it was a great fish. So yeah,
Because
I
that's the
love
one
this one.
that's on Monster Bass's website too.
Yeah,
So
no, I need to
you,
catch more big fish.
you can't escape that picture.
Yeah, I gotta get a better one.
Well, I just broke my PB. It was 4 pounds 11 ounces. Uh, what was that? Last month before last.
That's dope, dude. Well, congrats. I need to
Thanks,
time
man.
this. I need to time
Crazy story, man. I got it on. I got a video out on it. Me and this guy were fishing this private lake, and he hooked into a big monster. It broke off. You know, a little upset, whatever. Next day, we out there fishing again, and I catch this thing, reel it in, and it still has that hook and his leader
Oh
still
my
in it.
gosh,
So I caught the
dude,
fish that he had broke off the previous day.
that's wild, dude. No, that's a crazy story to tell. I'll tell you that. That's dope, dude. I'm glad you broke your PB. You broke it this year, right? Already?
Yeah, yeah, it's been
Hey, that's a good way to
and I'm
start the
actually
year.
going back to that lake. What are we in? We're still in January. Next month, about 2 weeks, I'm going back to that lake. So hopefully I can sink into a 5-pounder.
Yeah, so the baits I would tell you to throw right now is a jig, a giant swim bait if you got the confidence and patience for that, or a spinner bait. Or yeah, you throw a rattle trap too, but everything's just right now is just prey. Like the fish I'm catching right now are so sluggish. Like I lost a 5-pounder the other day, and it took me 30 casts to get that thing to bite. Like it's ridiculous. It don't even make any sense. And yeah, what's your PB dot? I would say unofficially like a 10, but easily a bunch. I've caught a bunch of fish over 6. So that's why when you see me catch these big fish, like these big bass, I don't really have a reaction. And if I do have a reaction, it's most definitely like made for the video because I would flip. I like if I hooked it like a 8, I'd probably just reel it in.
Not me. I lose
Chatterbait.
my mind.
Yeah, no, I would only lose my mind for the camera. Chatterbait's great. I love the jackhammer. If you throw the jackhammer right now, you probably catch a 6. You probably catch a
Speaking
fish,
of the
so.
jackhammer, what is it? Next month, Monster Bass Box is
I
the
think it's
Z-Man
next month
takeover,
after. Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
I don't
we're
know.
getting the jackhammer in the box.
Oh shoot, that's
Yep.
crazy. Yeah, I love the jackhammer.
I've never
Yeah,
used it because it's like $18.
yeah. Trust me, Vinny. I was the same way. I remember when you lost that stupid swim jig that you bought. That was so funny, dude. I was
Oh
dying.
yeah, and I had got
But yeah, no,
so
the jackhammer's
I,
crazy.
that I almost lost that jig in the tournament that while we were in Texas.
Uh-huh.
It had launched off. I went and got that, and then back when I got back, I was in Lafayette with my buddy fishing. It got hung up. I went in the water to get it, and then later that day when I casted it, it popped off and went into a canal, and I couldn't find it. Never could get it back.
Yeah, no, my heart would be broken. The crazy thing is I got like a fishing magnet, so I would have like got it back somehow.
I do too, but I didn't have it in my Jeep. I used to keep it in my Jeep all the time because I was always worried my keys were going to fall out when I get in and out my boat.
Gotcha.
I need to put that
Yeah,
back in
no,
there.
dude. I've yet to lose a jackhammer, and I told myself if I do, I'm jumping in. So, yeah. But yeah, man. I think Z-Man's killing it right now. There's actually something better than the jackhammer right now too. It's called the Mini Max. It's basically like a miniature jackhammer. Every like pro and every like serious angler is killing it on it. It's basically a baby chatterbait. It's a baby jackhammer. That's basically what it is. And I've yet to get my hands on one. Yeah, it's a Z-Man. I've yet to get my hands on one because you kind of got to like order them or go in stores at like a Bass Pro or something like that. And I just haven't went so. Yeah.
You like the finesse fish? Like slow it down?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm as what's the word? I'm as versatile as it gets, dude. I throw everything, dude. I'll fish slow some days I'll fish fast. So yeah. I love your vid when you test Z-Man worm strength. Dude, people love those videos. First one I posted on YouTube, you got like 400, 500,000. Second one got like 100,000. But on TikTok, one of them got like 3.6 million. I'm like,
I don't, dude.
I'm gonna go to,
I don't understand algorithms because I'll put the same short form content on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and they all do different. Like even Instagram and Facebook, it's the same company, but they still perform differently. I can't figure it out.
no, it's definitely weird. I mean, I wouldn't say I figured it out. I just knew how they worked,
That would be figuring it out.
why it works. But yeah, dude, those Z-Man videos. So here's how it went down. That's not actually my house. It's my best friend's house, and he lives down the street from me, basically. I'm like, hey man, I have this crazy idea. Why don't I test how strong a Z-Man net rig is? And I grab him like from the MB boxes, and I just start like lifting them and like exaggerating, like, oh my god, 5 pounds or like 10 pounds and stuff like that. And people love it. So it's that watch time. That's why. Yeah. Can you give me a shout out? Well, shout out to you, Outdoors. I always give people shout outs if that makes them happy. So yeah.
You're good at reading the comments, dude. I try when I'm doing these lives. I try and talk to the guest and read the comments, and I'm just not a multitasker. So most of the time, I forget to read the comments, or I'll get distracted and not talk to
Yeah,
the guest while I'm
I
reading
feel you.
comments.
I feel you. No, I used to live stream all the time, so I'm used to it. And I'm like a social bird too. I talk to everyone. Who cares? Here's my favorite topwater setup. It's a Corrado 200 E7, 65-pound braid. You're probably like, Dad, that's not enough braid. It's because this is a size 200 reel, and the braid that I took it from was like a size 150 reel, so it's like not really that good. But I use a 7.4 extra heavy, Gomexus handles, power handles, so I can just rip that fish's face off. And right now I just got this cheap black frog. Black frogs are my favorite. 65-pound bold movement. No, it's crazy, bro. You'd be surprised. The grass here in Texas is wild. Like when that fish gets in that grass, and if you don't got, winching power with like, a really nice handle, then it's gonna suck. You're gonna be scared reeling in that fish, and you pray it's in that grass. So that's why I use 65 pound. But yeah, I'll go lighter. I'll go 50. But the grass in here is wild in Texas. I mean, if you guys ever go like to any lake here in Texas, you look out there, it's just freaking mats everywhere. And that's where all the big ones lay, especially during the dog days of summer where it's just hot all day. Midday, they're all sitting in there. They'll kill your frog though. So that's
So
why.
full transparency, I still don't know the difference between 200 size reels and all the different size reels. It's a bait caster
No, I
or a
got you.
spinning reel to me.
I got you. So this is a size 150, like your generics. And if you look closely with these two reels, you can see it's a little bit bigger. The spools are one's a little bit wider than the other. Hold on. Yeah, you can see. So that's about it.
Are they made for specific things, or it's just more capacity?
Yeah, I mean, it's just more line capacity. That's about it. Any catch and cook soon? I don't know. We'll see. I honestly I love catching fish, and like, I wouldn't say I love cooking. That's the bad part, but it's
So
just
this is what's going to happen. Dad's going to finally make it down here, and we're going to do a catch and cook.
All right.
He can do the
I'm down.
catching. I'll do the cooking. We'll cook in the boat. We'll cook in the boat. We're going to catch and cook while we're in the boat.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Let me keep doing my thing this year, and I'll for sure pull up for sure. Cook the first thing you catch. I've thought about that.
Do you fish perch? What do you call perch? That's what I need to know. Because down here, everything's a perch. Every panfish in the water is a perch.
Got to keep it interesting. Yeah. If he's talking about actual perch, we don't even got those things here.
No.
I mean, yeah,
But
we don't got them.
bluegill is what we call perch. Is it the same way in Texas? Or y'all call them brim or bluegill, or
Yeah, that's basically what we call them. So
because we call everything. If it's not a sockeye or what everybody calls crappie, then it's a perch.
yeah, so my
60
favorite frog is black. I mean, I would throw a black frog all the time. My favorite frog is black. It's got to be. I don't know. I just love the black frog. Skip it on a tree or whatever. Yeah, yellow perch. We don't got those. We don't got those.
No.
Don't got.
I'm
those.
hoping maybe. Well, I don't know how far north are those. They got them in Tennessee.
Tennessee. I doubt it. Actually, I don't know. Maybe.
I'm going up to. I'm actually going by Alex Rudd, for the Bassmaster
Big Alex.
Classic at the end of March. So I'm gonna
Gotcha.
go up there a
That's
little
dope,
early.
dude.
Hopefully, I can get on some species I never got on. I'm gonna catch a smallmouth.
I want
That's my
to.
main
I want to go to
goal.
ICAST this year. Are you going to ICAST this year?
I'd like to. I gotta find a way in. Maybe Rick could get me in, because I know you gotta have like an invite or something. You can't
Yeah.
just show up and buy a ticket.
Yeah. Go Mexis is gonna be there. They told me they're gonna be there. I was like, dude, you can get me in, please. I'm trying to
Oh
get
yeah, I
on.
mean any of your sponsors, I'm sure will get you in. You can wear one
I
of
was
their
also-
T-shirts and advertise for them.
I was watching your tilapia video, and I always thought they were saltwater. Tilapia are. Do you got tilapia there in Louisiana,
No,
dude?
I've never caught one.
No, these things are crazy. So tilapia are highly invasive. Like we're talking, there's a kill order on them. If you catch them, you got to kill them.
Same way with the cichlids here.
Yeah, but tilapia are way worse than those cichlids. Trust me. But they get huge. You've seen the giant tilapia I've caught. I mean, they're freaking giants. They're like 4 to 5 pounders, basically. They don't really. I mean, when they're small, a bass will eat them, a catfish will eat them, but they are highly aggressive, and they could be very tricky to catch too. Like their bite is so weird. Like they'll pick up a bread ball, but you wouldn't even know you have a fish because they just bite it and just sit there. It's crazy. And
You catch them on bass lures or just the bread?
They will hit bass lures. They're that aggressive. But a lot of times you just catch them on a corn or bread. But yeah, and then like obviously the other way is just freaking throw a cast net on them and we catch them all. But yeah, there's a whole kill order in them. They reproduce like crazy. Yeah. So I think they're a beautiful fish though. I mean, heck, if that water was clean, and it was like nice water, I would give it away to someone to eat, but I would never eat out of the ponds that I catch them out of or the bayous that I catch them out of.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like drainage canals and like around in the neighborhoods and stuff up front. But a buddy of mine used to fish them, or he fishes them. My old partner at the firehouse, and he catches some nice bass out of there. But unless I was starving, if you ate one or two, I'm sure you're fine. But if you ate that a lot, ain't no telling what kind of diseases or cancer you're gonna come out with.
I know, like, I remember fishing my bayou, like the one right by my house, like my backyard, basically. I remember I caught a tilapia while I was like carp fishing, and there was a dude like to the left of me. He was like, "Hey, what are you gonna do with that fish?" I'm like, "Throw him back." He's like, "Dude, like, what you mean? Like, give that to me." I'm like, I was like, "All right, dude," and like he just gets a grocery bag, and I threw the tilapia in there, and goes on with his day, and I'm like, "Enjoy." And I'm just like, he's like, "There's no sign says you can't eat these fish." I mean, I feel like it's kind of like an unspoken rule,
right,
with that type of stuff. But he's like, "Dude, I eat these fish. I mean, they're great. I mean, I'm sure they taste great, but it's just the stuff that's in them. Because you got to think about it like this: it's sewage water.
right.
It's the runoff water,
drainage. Yep.
It's sewage water, and
I'm sure, I mean, tilapia tastes good, clean tilapia. Well, I guess if there's a such thing as clean tilapia, but they sell that in the stores. You can get like frozen fillets in a bag that you can get. Walmart sells them by the bag.
I have tilapia in my backyard in the creek. Yeah, dude, they're everywhere, dude. Like, Lennon, they're in all our canal systems. They super disruptive. I mean,
Where are they
tough to
from?
catch.
Where are
They're
they
from
native?
like the Amazon or something like that.
And that's crazy if y'all have that many and we. Well, I mean, I don't think we do.
No, I don't think you guys do. We got tilapia, we got placas, we obviously got the Rio Grande cichlids, we got common carp, grass carp, flatheads, obviously the gars, all the gars basically. We got bowfin too, the mudfish, uh, crappie. We got white crappie down south, but once you go a little bit north, you start getting to black crappie. Just a little bit north of where I'm at, and yeah, that's what. I mean, obviously the bass and stuff like that. Do you like Big Bite Baits? I think they make great products. I used to use a lot of their stuff when I was in middle school because that's like the cheapest thing you can get your hands on. I remember them being like $1.50. Like they used to be super cheap, and it's crazy how much tax has risen everything. Like a rattle
Nothing's
trap
cheap
now is
anymore.
$7, $8, and when it used to be like $4 or like less. But Big Bite Baits makes good. The only thing about Big Bite Baits that you got to know is that since they're so cheap, their action isn't that good, but their durability is great. So if you're looking for something like really nice and budget friendly, definitely go with Big Bite Baits or just get whatever you can get.
Keeping bass. What do you think about keeping bass?
I'm not against it. You know, I'm not one of those guys like they're all like this special sacred fish. I'm not one of those guys. You know, if you got to eat, you got to eat. You know, and if you got to feed the family, you got to feed the family. Uh, Keeping like a 5+ pounder is that's where I'm like, dude, that's kind of wild. Like, you know,
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So here, I mean, of course, here we don't get 5 pounders in the marsh and in the brackish water, but
yeah,
once they get past, up above 2 pounds, I'm throwing them back just because it's the bigger ones we have. So, but I think, I mean, obviously that comes from tournament fishing. I don't think, other than that, I think anybody keeps them, eats them, whatever. But I think that's
yeah.
a big thing in the tournament industry because that's the trophy. So they don't like to keep them because I know some people lose their minds when they see you keeping bass.
Yeah, we do got some rainbow trout that's stocked. I don't really catching a rainbow trout that's stocked is like fishing a fish tank, like for real, for real. But you could say the same like fishing a pond because that is like fishing a fish tank.
They stock those here too.
Have either
Every now
one
and
of you
then.
eaten the Rio Grande cichlid? I've caught a few in the
Yes, they're
bayou around my
delicious.
house and was tempted.
They're delicious.
I'm not a big fish guy. You gotta ask that guy, not me.
They taste just like a bluegill or something. That meat actually has a bluish tint to it sometimes. I actually got a catch and cook video where we caught them and ate them. But yeah, no, they're fantastic.
Yeah,
Aggressive
well, they
little suckers. They're
used to
fun to
be
catch.
cheap, but the idiot raising prices on everything you can think of. Yeah, dude. So like, I'm the same way, bro. I'm like probably the cheapest guy. Vinny, I'm probably the cheapest guy you know. Everything that I use was given to me basically. I don't buy a lot of stuff at all. And the most I would buy is like some EWGs or like I don't know, one frog because I lost a frog last trip, but that's like the most you would catch me buying fishing stuff. So like I said, I'm blessed and glad I'm in the position where you know, I get all the product I need to, go and do what I do. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, for sure, bro. Um, yeah, man, Vinny, we need you to blow up this year. I expect at least 50K at least.
Dude, that would
by
be
the-
fantastic. I mean, I hit 5K, so I mean
Yeah,
that
just
was
add a
my
zero, dude. Come on,
yeah. Well, I'm trying. I am
just add a
definitely
zero.
trying.
No, dude. I don't know. Just like we spoke, your content is literally just as good as the big dogs, dude. It's the editing's there, the music's there, the content itself is there. So yeah, you just gotta get
I
the
appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's hard work can only take you so far, and then you need a little bit of luck sprinkled in to hit it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I tell people. I mean, you can work so hard in life, and you won't get as far as others. So it's definitely luck and being at the right time in the right place and stuff like that too. So
But you'll never get that if you don't be consistent. You gotta persevere.
yep, exactly, dude. I mean, if I could do it, you can do it, man.
So yeah, I don't have any intention on quitting. I enjoy the heck out of doing it. So
Oh yeah, I mean you
yeah.
got it, dude. You got the camera, you got the drone. I think you got the drone.
Yeah, I got the drone. I always forget to use it though. It's like I'll take it out in the boat and have every intention of getting some B-roll with it. And then I'm really focused on getting the content to make the video. And then by the time I finish getting all the content for the video, I'm tired and don't feel like sending the drone up and just heading back. So I always forget to use it. But it makes, I mean, it's great in the videos.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I needed to get myself to use the drone more. It's just kind of pointless for shorts though, I'm being honest, unless you're like showing a spot or something. Um, but yeah, for sure. Just keep at it, man. I know my buddy back to back fishing. He wants to pursue like YouTube. He's a young guy in high school, and he's just like me. I started in high school, man. Vinny, I think I told you I started in high school. My advice is just keep going. Keep to yourself, keep making videos, and over time you just learn and learn and learn, and you get better and better and better. And yeah, things will start going your way. I mean, it's crazy. A lot of people think like Vinny. I'm sure you've seen people like blow up, right?
oh yeah.
It's not overnight. Like these people have been at it for like 6 years, or years and years. It's unheard of for someone just to blow up overnight like that and just like have no experience.
Some people do. Some people get
Yeah,
lucky. Well, I say that, but I know a guy, guy's local. He blew up quick, but he had experience outside of YouTube. That when he came into YouTube, he was already ahead of the game. But
Yep.
I've seen people jump to 100K in a year, which is crazy. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of that's luck. Just
Yeah.
right place, right time. Hit the algorithm just right.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you've seen like some videos. Like I've seen some guys with shorts. They have a video that hit like 30 million views, and they're getting thousands of subs like every day. I'm like, that could be me. But like,
Yep.
no, I'm not gonna, you know, envy someone because they're doing well. I'm gonna be like, dude, my time will come. Like, if I keep working towards my goals and stuff like that,
No,
it's
you
gonna,
gotta be happy for him, man. We all
yeah,
in this
yeah.
together.
Uh,
And you really don't want to go viral right off the bat. You need to ease into it. You need to learn it, because you get lucky with that one video and that's it. You gotta have to trial and error.
yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't want to blow up in the first year that I did it because I want to ease into it before you find yourself in a place where you don't know what you're doing really yet. Uh-oh, did you freeze up that? Hello. Uh-oh. Do I still have internet? Somebody let me know in the chat if I'm still live because that is frozen. Oh,
oh
I
shoot,
heard
I'm
something.
back.
There we go.
I'm
I hear
back.
it. I hear it. There he
I'm
is.
back.
All right. I didn't know if it was you, me, or what.
No, it showed up as you, and then I guess it got me too. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. Ain't no telling. My internet
What's
is
up, Gabe?
spotty at best.
What's up, Gabe? Gabe, I didn't go fishing today. I need to go tomorrow. The water's ridiculously high right now, and yeah. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
was
I
gonna
want to go
go
flathead
fishing.
fishing.
I was gonna go fishing. What is today? Today's Tuesday. I was gonna go fishing Thursday, but yesterday we were out Nutra hunting and my boat broke again. Had to get towed in.
That's tough.
Dude, it's a boat. It's always breaking down.
That storm messed up everything. I wouldn't say it messed up everything. I say it messed up everything for the first day. It's gonna get good. I know the fish is gonna get good. Like I should realistically, after this, get off my live stream, do all my homework, and I'm fishing out tomorrow morning. And I go back to school on Thursday.
What you going to school for?
I want to go into, well, I'm a business major. I want to go into marketing or finance. Same as Jeremy, basically.
Right on.
Yeah. So
That makes my head hurt just thinking
YouTube
about it.
ain't my main goal, man. It really isn't. That's just something that keeps me busy while I'm in school, make some money, and then go to school, which is my plan A. So I'd love to go full time YouTube, like YouTube everything, right? But gotta go to school, man.
That's what I'm shooting for.
Hey, dude, it's tough, and it's tough, but it's possible. My school made us go into shelter in place. You know what's crazy, Lennon? I was literally driving as all that crazy stuff was happening. I couldn't even see where I was driving. I was on the highway, and you know when you're on the highway when it's raining so hard you can't even barely see the lines. I was driving in that because I was going fishing.
What time the weather hit y'all?
It hit us in the morning, so I'll say like around like hard. It started hitting hard like around like 10 to 11.
So I think it's supposed to hit us around midnight. We're under
Gotcha.
tornado watch right now, I think already.
Yeah, it was, dude. It was crazy. It gave me flashbacks of like Harvey. I'm not even joking. No, but the fishing finna be good though. I'm telling you right now. Once that water level like goes down a little bit, you better be out there fishing. You're gonna catch a giant. Like I want to go flathead fishing tomorrow, but it's gonna suck so bad because it's gonna be so muddy on the trails, and like I gotta go find some live bait too. But yeah,
Chicken coop went underwater.
my chicken's coop went on the water today. That's tough, man. Hopefully they're all right though. I don't got any pets. Actually, I do. I got a crawfish.
I'm actually fixing to build a chicken coop in my backyard. I need to get some chickens, man. Them eggs are getting out of hand. Like $8 for eggs.
Yeah. Let's see. Vinny, you do a lot of like bull red fishing?
Oh, I love red fishing is probably my absolute favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
I love redfish. Love the way they taste, love the way they fight. I mean, pound for pound, there's nothing like it. Bass are fun, but when you hook into a redfish, it's just
that's way better. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Vinny,
now, I've come to love bass fishing because it's more finessey, more tricky. You got to figure out what they want. I mean, most of the time a redfish, if they're gonna bite, they'll bite whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's on. You got to come down. I got a good spot, man. We can go in the kayaks, and I mean, you can catch bass and redfish in the same spot, but dude, so much fun.
Trust me, bro. I've been trained for those marsh moments, dude. Like them suckers, those reds get spooked easily, dude. Like you gotta be like a ninja fishing out there. No joke. Nah, dude. At least my redfish, you make a noise, it gone. Like they're one of those redfish. Like say you find a school of them, you spook that school, you ain't catching a single one all day.
Man, I've caught redfish that we spook.
Oh no,
jump, take off,
your fish
and then
is
you
easy
can get
then.
again.
Dude, these fish, I want you to know in Galveston, this is our salt we have. I think the population is like 3.6 million in just that area alone. And just imagine the fishing pressure. Just imagine.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
What's the water look like? What's the water clarity?
It's like poop brown all the time.
Yeah, that's how it is here. Most of the time.
No, it's I would say it's like similar to your water, but the fishing pressure, amount of trash that's left here, it's crazy.
What's y'all limits on redfish over there?
It's like 21, 26.
That's the slot?
Yeah.
And how many you can keep?
I think it's like 3 or 5.
3 or 5?
Yeah.
How do you not know?
I don't know. I don't really keep fish like that. I don't even catch slots. The redfish I catch are bulls, dude. I don't catch slots a lot.
Ain't got time for that, huh?
No, I only go after bulls for the views, dude. Like Galveston is known for like their freaking giants, dude. Giant bull reds. And like, yeah.
Back to back says 20 to 28.
Yeah, that's a slot.
Can y'all keep any bull reds or no?
Yeah, I think you keep one. You got to have a tag for it. So
yeah, you can keep one a day over here, but I don't keep bulls anymore. That's your breeders, man. I like to put them back, let them go breed. Gotta
Yeah,
make
I
some
mean,
babies.
yeah, exactly. That's why, like, I don't know if you saw that video, like a dude, like as I was like saving, like popping its air bladder, dude was like, "Hey, can I keep that fish?" It's like, "Nah, man. Like these guys got to go. I mean, look at this place. Like, you see the area that we're fishing. People are just pulling up these bull reds. We're talking like, hold on, talking about these guys, like the
Giants. Yeah.
monsters. Chuck them in their cooler and call it a day. I'm like, dude, no, man. Like, let them go. This is why we can never catch slots. Like
Yeah.
at this spot, I've never caught a slot because it's all just like the trash fish coming around, which is the bull reds, which is the adults. And I'm like, no, man. Like,
Yeah. I don't think redfish come to maturity until 27 inches. Around 27 inches is when they start heading out to reproduce and spawn.
yeah, it's like the fishing here is the salt here. Like Lennon, he's a great saltwater angler in my area. He's great. Like he loves the salt. Like he'll go out there and have a good day. But like guys like me, I wouldn't say I'm your average Joe, but I don't got like these freaking crazy super private spots that you can fish. I'm just fishing with everyone else basically and just hoping I hit him on the right time. So it sucks. That's the only thing I don't like about my area. It's just too much people are fishing it. 3 million people in one single area. That's wild.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah. Do you like Zoom? I think Zoom makes some great baits. I remember I was like a white super fluke fanatic like a couple years back. I mean, tossing in a school bass that are feeding, smoking every single time. Zoom makes great stuff, definitely. Just like everything else, they're freaking priced up now. It's crazy. They used to be like crazy cheap, but they make great stuff.
I think
And
the price of plastisol is going up, so everybody has to go up just
yeah,
to make the baits.
yeah, everything's going up, dude. It's so expensive. So, but yeah, if I was gonna go with the Zoom, like what baits I'll go with the Zoom, definitely a super fluke. Uh, we're talking shad color or just white. Um, what else? And then I would throw a lizard and then like a brush hog. Uh,
Ooh, baby brush hog, watermelon red.
Texas City Dike sucks. Yes. So Lennon, the crazy thing is, like 20 years ago, the Texas City Dike used to be a gold mine for fish. Too many people fishing it now. Trash everywhere, and yeah, it's just blown out.
Do you
I
fish any
say,
lakes?
do I fish in lakes? I fish some like I don't fish like the super popular lakes. I do fish some little lakes, stuff like that.
On the bank, or you take your kayak?
The kayak.
You ever plan on getting a boat?
All right, Vinny. I'm not as well off as you are. No,
Whoa,
I don't
whoa,
know.
whoa! I'm still paying on my boat. Believe me.
Now the most I would probably get, unless I'm this big superstar coming up, then I'll get like a bass boat. But the most I would get was like a freaking really nice John boat and get a outboard motor so I can take it to like the crazy alligator gar spots that I want to go
Hmm.
to. Because the alligator gar spots, if you bring like a normal motor, your motor is gonna explode on like a tree branch. So what you do is you get your outboard motor, you freaking crank it down, and then once you hit a tree branch, put it up, and you put it back down, and you just keep going. So
That's why you
yeah,
need to get one like I got that surface drive. That's meant to
yeah,
hit them things, and the motor will just bounce up. You just keep on going, and
yeah,
that's why I got that boat. I mean, I can do anything I want in that boat except for go in big water on a windy day. It
yeah,
don't
yeah,
go fast, but it does what I need it to do. And that's
yeah.
another reason I'm so hard on my rods is because, like, a bass boat, you got this nice big deck. It's all made for your rods to lay on top. You can put the little strap. Mine, there's no place. There's no place to put the rods. So I'm throwing them here and there, and it's tough, man. But gets the job done.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I would like get something like that. I've been, you know, I've been in love with alligator gar. It's just the alligator gar for me. It's not just one. It looks freaking cool and it gets huge, but it's more of the way they're treated. I don't know how big the alligator gar get down where you are at, but
Huge.
yeah, they get huge here too. But just the way they are viewed as and the way they're treated, it's just sad, dude. Like It takes them like literally, I don't even know the number. It takes them it's like 50 years to grow like an inch, like once they hit a certain number, or like it takes them like 5 years to grow a centimeter, or like a year to grow a centimeter. It's like ridiculous numbers, and it's just sad the way people treat him. You know, I don't think bow fishermen should be shooting at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you're just shooting a log. You know, how is that fun? But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get too depth if you got some people in here that, you know, freaking love shooting those things. But yeah. Mud
I'm
motor? I
not.
don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
It's like what I got. Well, I don't know if you've ever seen my boat, but yeah, it's a surface drive mud motor. So basically, it's air cooled so that you can go in the mud with it and it don't get clogged up. Because like most of your outboards are water cooled, so it sucks in the water that you're
Oh
running
yeah,
in
yeah,
to cool it.
yeah.
So they put it's basically a lawnmower motor, like a rotting lawnmower motor engine on top of a lower unit. And that way you don't have to suck up any water. It's just air cooled. And they're designed to where if you hit a log, the skeg will hit it and it'll bounce up over it and you can just keep on rolling. A lot of people
That's
used to
dope.
call them stump jumpers.
See you outdoors. So Vinny, let's talk about the YouTube side, man. Like how's that been? You know, are you happy with where you've gone, or like how many subs you're getting a day? What's your future projections? What's your goals, man?
So I haven't hit any of my goals. You know, the first year I wanted to hit 1,000. I hit it. I hit the first time I hit 1,000 was 2 months after my first year, which was okay. And then I was hoping to hit 10,000 my second year. That might have been a little ambitious, but here I am, just finished my third year and I hit 5,000. But I'm consistently growing and consistently uh growing, I guess, a little bit faster and a little bit faster. So
Gotcha.
we're
So how
getting
much are you
there.
hitting a day right now?
Uh I hit in the last month I hit 211, I think right now. So I don't know how much
So
that is a day.
28 divided by 200.
So yeah, 215 in the last. Well, I guess it goes by 28-day cycles.
Like hitting like 8 subs a day.
Yeah.
Hey, growth is growth. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And it's more than
Um,
I was doing before, so it's
yeah,
starting
yeah,
to compound, getting there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, just like I told you, Vinny, once you start getting that leverage, you just run. You just run as far as you can.
Yeah, but I'm gonna start
Uh,
doing some collaborations with people too. That seems to help time to time too.
oh shoot, who you collaborating with?
I went hunting with I had
I was calling
Larry.
Larry.
Larry
So
come down
Larry.
to hunt with me, and I'm gonna as soon as I get a little stretch where I can get over, he invited me to go by him. I want to go do some fishing in Alabama, just some some different fishing because all I do is fish around here, and it's different than everywhere else. So want to go fish in Alabama with him, and then I'm gonna be going up to Alex in March. I'm going up there a couple days early from the Bassmaster Classic so that I can go fish. He and I can go fishing.
Oh, you finna be
So
hanging out with Alex?
yeah, man, I love Alex. He's cool.
Dude, tell him I said hi, man. I love that guy. I spoke with him here and there. Um, yeah, no, yeah, I think it's great. We spoke last time about just YouTube, and then Dad's got to worry about YouTube taxes and stuff like that, and how everything's gonna go down. So I was tripping balls. I'm like, how do you do this? You know, I was like, how do I do this? I'm not trying to get the IRS on me, but I should be good. I got the gist of it.
Man, just go get you a tax guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, we spoke about that. But other than that, I mean, um, I've been working a lot of AFCO. If you couldn't tell me all the stuff. Alex is obviously in the door with AFCO,
Yep.
and I used his code and stuff like that to get a bunch of clothes. Like this is all I wore because I left my previous rod company. They had clothes, right? You saw
Hmm.
me wear those stuff. I was like, what the frick am I gonna wear now? You know? And like one thing that's always stood out to me was AFCO, right? And I'm like, I'm about to drop $600 on AFCO. Might as well use Alex's code, right?
Yeah.
And
How
I
can
did. And Alex was like, "Hey man, I could try to get you in the door with them," but he just said that and just left it at that.
Right.
But at this point, it's one of my goals to join AFCO, and I don't want anyone to help me. I just want to be like, "Hey, I'm Dat. I make a lot of fishing content. I get some views. Hopefully, they run to me one day and they see
man.
it." So that's the way I see things. Hey, Dad. Before I leave, do you have Snap? I do have Snap. But I'm over the age of 18, and I don't really use it much. I feel like if you're over the age of 18, you got to let that go. Yeah.
He's asked, I would love. He said, I'd love to see you and Marshman Masson do a video together. I reached out to him. He does follow me on Instagram, and I don't know if he follows my YouTube channel, but I know he likes my stuff on Instagram. I emailed him, but I haven't gotten a response back. But yeah, I'd love to collab with Marshman, old Todd Masson.
Who's Marshman?
He's a local guy around here. Does a lot of similar fishing to me. He does the brackish water fishing, so he'll catch bass, speckled trout, and redfish. He seems to be pretty knowledgeable. Seems like a cool guy. So I'm sure I'll catch up with him eventually.
No,
I think I'm gonna hit. What's that?
You got it, man.
Oh yeah. I think my goal is to hit 10,000, and then I'm gonna start really reaching out to companies and seeing what's up with that.
No, but the secret is, Vinny, is don't reach out.
No, let them come to you, huh?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like, yeah, I'll put you on some game, but let's say, I don't know, this is just like one instance, but let's say a company follows you and they're like well known, they're big and everything. They start following you, and what that means is like, hey, your content somehow got in front of their eyes, just somehow, and they somehow like you, so they're gonna follow you. They just don't follow everyone. I mean, they could, but the bigger companies, they're gonna follow you because they like your stuff, right? So when they follow you, you're gonna be like, hey man, like, hey so and so, I saw you followed me. I think your products are great. 100% of the time, they're gonna be like, well, thank you so much. I'm glad they'll be like, we're glad that you like our products. And then when you go from there, it's like, yeah, of course. Feel free to let me know if you would like to work out something in the future. 75% now, and they're going to be like, yeah, of course. And they'll be like, we either get back to you, or they'll be like, oh, yeah, we're kind of interested. We like your stuff. And then from there, you'd be like, okay, cool. So, and you kind of just introduce yourself a little bit more, what you do, and then you're basically through the door there.
Right.
So that's one way you can go about it. 2, they will specifically text you, be like, so-and-so, we like your stuff. Would you like to represent us? And then you can start going in detail, like what you will do. Like, do you want free products, right? That's 100%, like, that's like 90% of the fishing industries nowadays. You want free products. For me, I will take free products as long as I'm being compensated as well.
All right.
So, yeah, that's just like one way to get through the door. But yeah,
I get a lot of emails from, and I'm pretty sure it's just generic whatever, because you go look at it and it's like, I don't even know if this is a real thing. Like people say, oh, I've seen your channel, I love your content, like real generic, and then they say, click on this to see if you want to whatever. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, no. You two should get together and do a fishing trip and put on your channel. I'm down to go to Louisiana, have a bunch of freaking fun. I do. It reminds me of like where Vinny is fishing. It reminds me of my bayou system, but like more sketchier and more fun. So
More
like that's the way
sketchier.
I see it. Yeah.
That's
So-
my boy Steve. You have any alligators out where you fish?
Yeah. Some lakes, there's freaking mondos. I mean, one of the lakes I do fish, like it's loaded with big bass. Like you catch a big bass. It's my favorite place to like throw a frog. But I freaking ran one over my kayak. It was crazy.
Is that the one when you went with Chauncey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that video.
Yeah, I ran it over. I was so confused. I saw a stump in the water. I swear it was a stick, but when I was riding over it, I could feel like the serrations of its back, and right behind me was just a giant like ripples and stuff like that. Please answer me. Go. I don't really, like I said, I don't really use Snap. Like, I bet you if I go on my Snap, I haven't opened a text message in like 4 weeks or like freaking a month. Like, I don't use Snap. But you could hit me up on Instagram, though, for sure. I'll respond there. But yeah, dude. I'm excited, man. Just let me know when you get a deal, Vinny. Don't get screwed over like I did. I got taken advantage of because just being young and stuff like that. But
Well, yeah, I got a couple people that before I do anything that I will consult with to make sure I'm not doing that, messing up and getting
yeah,
taken advantage of and whatever. But
I got screwed over. It's all good, man. You live and learn, and you just kind of keep going, you know.
yeah,
So
man. Well, look, we actually passed the hour. It's been an hour and 5 minutes. Tell everyone where they can find you.
You can find me on YouTube. That's where I post the majority of my content. That's the most up to date content. It's on YouTube. It's my name, literally Dat Van. You're not gonna miss it if you search it up. It'll probably pop up immediately. But I do a lot of short form. Just kind of, doing well on that side of YouTube, and I plan on making some normal length content very, very soon. But that's where I'm at. I'm on TikTok too. That's my quote unquote biggest platform. It's just Dat_Van, and then Instagram too. Yeah, I'm proud of you coming from where you were to where you're now. Congrats. I don't know if you're saying that to me or Vinny, but I'm proud of Vinny too. I've been watching this guy for a minute now, so and I wouldn't be in a position where I am today if I didn't meet Vinny, because he really that Dallas trip really changed my mindset. So
Yeah, that was a good trip, man. I got to meet a lot of cool people. That's where I met Dat, the Dat man. Well, Dad, hopefully I can get up to I need to go to Houston, man. And
dude,
do some stuff with you. Thanks to Monkey Farts. I love the name.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah, dude. I got all the toys, man. I got the I don't think you know how to ride a skateboard, but I got 2 electric bikes.
No, that'd be a bad idea.
I got 2 electric bikes. We can go catch some. I don't know if you catch bull reds often, but it's actually bull red season now. So
yeah, they're inshore right now.
Yeah, it's bull red season now. But yeah, we can do some bass fishing. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. If you guys are listening on the podcast form, we do this. I'm picking it up. It's gonna be either on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. It kind of varies depending on my work schedule at 8 p.m. Central Time, and I gotta get some more guests lined up. We're gonna have that on here again, though. I guarantee. But yeah, if you ever want to watch it live, it's on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube and you missed it, you could always check it in podcast form wherever you get your podcast. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. And we will catch you on the next one.